Hello and welcome to the IMA YouTube channel. We're talking today with Beabee, who are going to tell us a load about their new platform and how it could help independent media. So without further ado, Tobias, tell us all about Beabee.
Yes, I'm happy to do that. Beabee is a platform for community media, local independent community media, to, like it's said here, to turn audiences into engaged communities and trust into revenue. I will explain a bit what we mean with that. It's basically a CRM membership system that was invented a few years ago by the Bristol Cable from the UK. And we, together with Corrective, which is what I'm working for, and the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, we took that open source code and made it into Beabee to give everyone who wants to be member financed or maybe run a model similar to the Bristol Cable, give the possibility to do that with the software. So it's an open source CRM software for community media. And maybe a bit about the model we actually are talking about here. Our goal is to power that next wave of community newsrooms in Europe and maybe beyond. We are very sure that it's coming along the way. There are several newsrooms across Europe who are doing that model, or a kind of model like the Bristol Cable has. And when we are talking about community media, we are talking about community newsrooms that, on the one hand, collaborate with their communities and also organize communities, and then drive community revenue. But first comes, of course, relevance, being relevant for your community, build trust, be loyal to your community, and really building those relationships. And that comes before publishing, and being able to communicate with your communities, and being then able in the end to also drive community revenue. There are, like I said, a lot of newsrooms who are doing that already. There are some in Germany, there are some in the UK, and in other countries. You might know that, of course, the product of those newsrooms is mostly digital. They have like community-driven reporting, so bringing the community into the reporting, engaging people, asking them what they want to know more about, asking them to participate in crowd investigations and stuff like that. The business model is mostly membership, like voluntary contributions plus funding plus X, maybe some advertising, maybe other revenue models. It's highly variable. And most of those newsrooms are also like more impact driven, for really meaning making your community better, instead of maybe just having some scoops or stuff like that. So it's more about having a good impact on your community, and also having constructive formats in your reporting. Some examples for that are, for example, at Corrective, they are doing like crowd investigations for a long time. For example, asking people where the traffic isn't working in their city. The Bristol Cable does that as well for long now. Always asking their members, for example, if they start a new beat, a new reporting beat, they're first asking their members what they would want to know, for example, about the climate crisis, and also Media Cities, for example, does that. Some more example from the Bristol Cable, where they regularly bring their community into their reporting. For example, asking them also what they should expand reporting about. Should it be more about culture and community, or regular news reporting. That is all stuff, I mean, with, like bringing the community into your journalism. Also, doing a citizens agenda. So maybe before important votes, asking their members actually what they want to be on the want to have on the agenda, and then go to the people who are applying for the jobs, and not the other way around. So always like having community first and community at the heart. And this is what it looks like at the cable. Really engaging the people with call-outs and asking them regularly what they want to know and what they want to have reported. And what we are doing to support that model with our platform is this overview I want to show you first. So it's first about collaborating with the community. So we have an action toolkit inside the software where newsrooms can set up those surveys, they can set up call-outs, they can set up bigger crowd investigations even. And what is also to come is like discussion and expert circles, maybe have like a forum for people to actively talk about different topics. What we also have is the organization part. So we have a lightweight, we say lightweight CRM because it's really built for local newsrooms who don't need that much features that other CRMs have, and that are maybe a bit too overwhelming. So this is why we call it lightweight CRM. You have a central database in there where your whole community comes together. You can sync it with your newsletter tool. You can segment this community. And so it's about really getting to know who the people in your community are. And that then leads to member revenue for what we have also built inside the software, like a member sign up where people can make their payments, register for membership, make donations, have their own user area as well. And analyzation, of course, is what brings it all together. Maybe a closer look at those features. So like I said, you have all your contacts in one central database. It synchronizes with your email provider, with your newsletter tool. At the moment, we synchronize with MailChimp, and we are also working on integrating the other big one, Sendinblue at the moment, to have another option, although MailChimp is by far the widest used. You're able to activate sub-communities with tags and segments, so you can tag your people, you can set up segments based on, for example, what people are paying, since when people are a member, but also, of course, based on maybe topics they are interested in, maybe they are active in some kind of way in an environment group or stuff like that. So it's about to learn who the people in your community really are and to build deep relationships with them. And you can then also send auto emails or manual emails based on those segments to really reach the right people at the right time always. Like I said, we have a form builder integrated into Beabee. We thought that this is very important to also get rid of third-party platforms, like, for example, Google Forms or other that might sell out your data, because if you have maybe bigger crowd investigations, it might also be crucial data that people are asked to fill in, and you don't want that to be shared with somebody else. So we built that directly into Beabee. You can yeah, gather those input from the community, like surveys, simple crowd investigations. You can review it inside software directly, or as well export a CSV file of it, of course. You can also set different levels of anonymity and decide also who can take part. For example, maybe you have a call out that you only want to send out to members, and you only want to allow members to take part. Maybe you let them vote for your board or stuff like that. So it makes sense sometimes that only members can take part. But you can also just share a link of that call out and yeah, let everyone take part. And also, like, anonymous answers are possible. Sometimes people have to fill in their contact details. You can decide all of that. And what is also to come, and what is also some kind of a bigger idea of Beabee, is that we want to provide templates from other newsrooms. So maybe when the Bristol Cable had a very successful call out that helped them to shape their reporting on some kind of topic, they could maybe share it with other newsrooms in the UK, who could then just replicate that and use it for their reporting as well. And then, yeah, we have a join form integrated into Beabee, so people can choose what they want to pay. They can register it with their email address. They can pay via credit card or direct debit. We integrate with Stripe in the background. So yeah, people can sign up. And what is also to mention about this join form is that it's completely applicable to the brand of the newsroom. So you can choose your own background image, your own colors, your own call to actions, logos, stuff like that. The standard amounts you can decide for. So it should give people the feel that they're registering with you and not with a third party. So we also, for example, all the data that is collected belongs to you. It's your for your newsroom, and we of course don't sell it out, but we also guarantee if you want to leave Beabee in the future, for example, you can take your data with you, and your data belongs to you, and you have the ownership over your data. At the moment, we only have a very basic dashboard, which is showing the revenue, average monthly contribution, and the newest members, but there's definitely more to come in the future. And yeah, maybe a bit about our commitment, what we commit to. We want to be trust focused, because we think really trust is one of the biggest assets for a community newsroom, because you have to make deep and meaningful relationships. And that's why we, for example, like I said, guarantee data ownership and also the brand ownership, to really make it possible for the newsrooms to build that trust with their community. Yeah, we are, like, we call it relationship driven, that we focus on building tools that help you deepen those relationships. So, for example, like the call out functionality and stuff like that. So that is one commitment. Then also privacy first. We try to stay away from privacy violating design practices. Yeah, we really want to be a privacy first tool on the market. And I think what is also good is that it's collaboratively built. So we have a strong network of news organizations that really think about how to produce journalism, how to fund journalism, like the Bristol Cable Corrective, the Bureau, and other newsrooms that are already using the software. So yeah, those are the things that are important to you. And maybe because it might also be interesting for some already, our pricing model, just a few words. We are open source. which means everyone could use our open source code and install their own Beabee version, and then it's, yeah, of course, totally free, but you have to have the ability to, yeah, you basically need a developer in the team, or you need to pay a developer for setting it up, and also maintain and install updates and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't get a fee for that, but we also offer a software as a service model, which looks like that. So Beabee has four tiers, four packages. We have a taster package, which is free and which allows you to have 20 paying members and a maximum of 100 contacts. Then we have a starter package with 500 contacts for 29 euros a month and a 2% revenue share. So all the revenue that is generated by Beabee, yeah, we take a share of 2%. Yeah, and then grow and start with 10,000 or 30,000 contacts. So the pricing is based on the contacts and yeah, based on the revenue share, which is the same for everyone.
Okay. Excellent. I see a couple more slides there. Is there a couple more bits to go through, or
no?
There's a lot of slides.
I think that's okay. It's a bit more about the pricing. I can also just maybe send you the and the full feature list. Like, yeah. But okay, that's all.
Lovely. All right. Yeah, if you can send us that, we'll try and make sure that we attach the slideshow to
yeah, sure.
That'd be wonderful. Just a couple of follow-up questions before I stop the recording, and for our members. So the way that you communicate with your community is through, or the way this tool communicates with organizations' communities is through email primarily, right? Is that correct, or does it work with something like Signal or something that like directly communicates to phones?
At the moment, it's email mostly.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so the software yeah communicates with email. Yeah,
lovely. And obviously you can do this collection of cash. Does this go, you say it sort of integrates with Stripe and stuff like that, does this then go directly into the organization's bank account, or does it go through yeah
it goes, yeah, it's their own Stripe account, so the organization's own Stripe account, and we connect that Stripe account with Beabee.
Right, lovely.
So
okay.
we don't process the money and pay it out, you just collect it yourself.
And do you do sort of like a consultation with organizations, you know, to get the software set up and all of that, you know, or just, for instance, I'm just thinking if any members watch this and think I'd be interested, but I'd like to have a chat, more of a chat first.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're happy to do, and how do they get in contact?
Yeah, maybe I should have shown that. Yeah. So always happy to get in touch. You actually have to get in touch to use Beabee at the moment. It's not like you can just go to our website and sign up and install the software. It's still like a manual onboarding process. It's very easy, but it requires a few steps. And the best way is to go to beabee.io and book a link. We have a Calendly link there. You can just book a demo, and then we can talk, or you just write an email.
Lovely. Okay, well, I encourage all members to look into this, and as we find out more, we will we will try and share more as well. So if you have updates, new features and things like that, we'll make sure if you let us know, we'll let the members know. Before we sign off, is there anything else you feel like you need to let the members know? Because I feel like that was very comprehensive.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Brilliant. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much, Tobias. And